Are you worried or frustrated that your animal has a behavioral issue or has a health issue that nobody can figure out what's going on? Or maybe your animal just passed and you're carrying the burden of not knowing whether you made the right decision or if they're okay, or any kind of open question that you might have that you're carrying the burden of not knowing. Hi, my name's Terry from TerriePathic, and that is who I typically work with. And to give you a background of how I got into animal communication, I always felt connected as a child to animals, but it wasn't until about 10 years ago that I had some life-changing events that had happened. I found out that I had a gluten allergy, and that was the cause of my migraines and the ability not to process thoughts or have foggy brain that I didn't even know how to turn on my computer some days. And once I've gotten my health issues straightened out, that's when I was able to hone into my inner energy and start to follow that. And that led us to a bird store that was about an hour and a half away from where we lived. When we went in, a Goffin cockatoo immediately picked us, and we fell in love with her. She fell in love with us, and we went home with her that day. And she was white. She had some pink and yellow, and we called her Daisy because of her colors. And about 2 years ago, or 2 years once we had brought her home, she started to get sick. And after multiple vet visits that we did, first they thought it was bacterial infection, then a fungal infection, and then to the point where she actually got hospitalized. And it was during that hospital stay, it took the vet about 3 weeks to figure out that she had a rare avian tuberculosis, which is not contagious to humans. And it was that rare that they were trying to find her the medicine compound in order to treat her. However, during that entire stay that she was at the hospital, every time I would go to visit her, I would get fatigued. I get really bad lumps in my throat. I get sore throat, feel feverish, just felt like the flu, like I had the flu. And then as soon as I left the vet hospital, they would go away. So I just chalked that up as the air quality inside the vet hospital. And before we were able to get the medicine, her heart couldn't take the treatment anymore. And when they were feeding her, she ended up going into cardiac arrest. And when we went into, it's like it chokes me up. But as soon as she had passed, all my symptoms would go away. Even when after she passed and we would go into the vet hospital, I no longer got that. So it made me question why I was feeling that when she was alive, but not feeling that right now. And I researched it and stumbled across an animal communicator. And I contacted her, and she helped me to understand that Daisy was letting me know how she felt while she was in the hospital. And she helped me to understand the energy that she was using in order to let me know how she was feeling during that time period. So that's what got me into animal communication, is because I dedicate my work to her. And there are so many animals out there right now that need my help. And in fact, she's the reason why I wrote my first book, If You Knew Their Thoughts, which is an international bestseller. And she is why I do what I do. And I'm out there to help animal owners and their pets figure out whether it's a health issue or a behavioral issue, or to find peace after they have passed and crossed the rainbow. If you would like to schedule a free consultation and find out if we are the right fit for each other, please click the link below, and I will talk to you then.